Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start the show off the same way we start every show off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
How's she cotton, me loves? You're listening to the Mac City Morning Show.
All right, and we're back. Okay, this is a unique guest, and I'm excited about this one. Most of the time when people come here, I don't know who they are, but this guest genuinely didn't know who I was. So that's exciting for me. So as everybody knows at home, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than I. So on that note, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Thanks, Elliot. My name is Kathi Brewer-Guthro. I have two last names. I'm not sure why. I just collect them, I guess.
There you go.
And I'm here because one of the parts of our conversation I understand today is going to be talking about the Fort McMurray Ski Team.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't even know that we have a ski hill,
Right.
let alone a ski team
That's
that
right.
actually does real, legit downhill racing.
Yeah,
And we do.
that's awesome.
So amongst whatever we want to talk about today, that's kind of why I've got my big red hoodie on today, and I'm a huge fan of the Fort McMurray Ski Team.
There we go. Okay, well, let's kick it off by talking about the ski team, because I think you're right. Myself and Tanner both grew up here, so we are fully aware of Vista Ridge, and we've participated in downhill events our whole lives. But I honestly didn't know. I don't know much about the ski team itself. I see you guys there, but I don't know what's about. So, like, I'm a noob, as my little boy would say. So explain what the Fort McMurray Ski Club's all about.
Yeah, you betcha. So, like starting from the top down, most people have probably heard about the Canadian national ski team. Women's national ski team, men's national ski team, the downhill racing,
Right.
slalom, GS, Super G, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the national level. So
Yeah.
there's Canada Alpine is the national level.
Okay.
At the provincial level, we've got Alberta Alpine. Alberta Alpine is, feeds into the national level. And then every sport has club level.
Okay.
So we're the club level. So there's
Okay.
Fort McMurray Ski Team, there's Cold Lake Ski Team, there's Grand Prairie, there's a ton of ski teams across the whole province.
Right.
Province is set up into two zones. So there's South Zone, which is Calgary and a whack of amazing clubs and hills down there. And then there's North Zone. And
Okay.
North Zone is Red Deer and North.
Okay.
And so Fort McMurray, we are the north of the north.
That's right.
We are the northernmost downhill racing club in
Okay.
the province. And so we have a fully functioning club. We fall under the umbrella of Alberta Alpine, which falls under Canada Alpine.
Okay.
We have a full training program, full racing program, and our kids are from ages like 6 to 18 is kind of where our bulk of our kids are. Yep.
Okay. And so, as a kid, like, what attributes do you need to have to join the ski club outside of knowing? Well, I guess, could you take a kid who's so young that they don't know how to ski, or is that like the minimum requirements? You need to know how to ski.
You need to know how to ski. So what we really encourage is that parents and skiers take advantage of the awesome ski instruction program that Vista Ridge offers.
Right.
So out at Vista, you'll see a bunch of instructors, and they take skiers from all levels,
Right.
and they teach them how to ski.
Yeah.
So once you've got the fundamentals down with Vista Ridge instruction,
Yeah.
as long as you can ski and control down the hill, ride the chairlift pretty much on your own,
Yeah.
and then also, be comfortable with our longer training days. We're not just there for an hour. We're
Oh.
there for 2 days a week, every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we, bearing in mind, as
Yeah.
long as you kind of meet those minimum requirements,
Right.
we'll evaluate. And most of the time, our kids stay in the club and they proceed past recreational skiing, and
Right.
they enjoy the downhill racing technical development.
Right.
Yep.
So that's a lot of training. So I can't imagine you're on the hill all the time. What other kind of training are you doing for that length of time?
So there's lunch.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I like that.
We really cater to the under 12 ages. So
Right.
no, there's definitely break time, but relative to say a 1 hour instruction
Okay.
with a Vista Ridge instructor, this is longer. But age appropriate, kids take breaks with their coaches. The coaches are they're fantastic. We've got the best coaching staff
Okay.
all around. We've got the best hill, quite frankly. We've skied in, a number of non-mountain locations because people think, well, you can't race if you're not in the mountains. Well, we've got a fantastic valley.
Right.
A lot of the clubs that we race at are valley hills, but we have got the best non-mountain resort that I have skied in the province.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Absolutely. I mean, we've got lots of evidence and lots of multi-games events that have attracted snowboarders and skiers here with Arctics and Alberta Winter Games, and everybody walks away going, man, you've got a gem up here.
Yep.
So back to the age thing. Yeah, it's a long day.
Yeah.
But coaches take breaks. There's lunch breaks. I mean, if a skier is getting super tired and they're young and they've just, they've lost their attention, that's fine.
Right.
Go home, chill out. Parents are great. We support, parents know their kids best.
Right.
But on the whole, it's not about a 1 hour instruction. It's training on Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it all training like going with your skis on? Are you guys doing like physical training in like gyms or what? When you say training, what does training encompass?
Yep. No,
Look at me with a big word.
Did that hurt?
Bet you can't spell it though.
No, I can't. And I'm surprised it came out of my mouth. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
No. So our season actually starts in September before the snow. So there's a component of our team, which is the 10-year-olds and up,
Right.
which we provide dry land training for. So they're out in the trails right now. This September, it's all outdoors. We're going to take advantage of the weather, the daylight, and just space. So it's outside training.
Okay.
Come October, November, we use one of the facilities here in town where we have indoor training, strength and conditioning for 10 and up.
Okay.
It's not mandatory.
Right.
We really encourage.
Oh, no doubt.
No, I mean, we encourage all of our kids to participate in multiple sports.
Right.
Any sport is great training for an upcoming winter sport where you haven't
That's right.
been doing skiing
That's
for the
right.
whole season.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you got to get things moving long before the snow flies.
Right.
So this is optional, but it's certainly encouraged if your racer isn't busy on the nights that we hold dry land or they
Right.
don't have another sport. This is a great place to start up the season, avoid injury,
Yeah.
get strength and conditioning back, and then we start once Vista Ridge opens.
Okay,
On
cool.
hill.
Now, in regards to skiing, you obviously have a passion for it. You love doing it. You're taking part in it. Where did that come from? When did you start skiing?
My first experience with skiing was in grade 8,
Okay.
and at that point we lived in Ontario.
Yeah.
And one of those outdoor selection days where you choose, an activity. You can go do any number of things. And I chose downhill skiing.
Okay.
So the first thing I ever did was take a lesson.
Yeah.
And I think the place was called Horseshoe Valley.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think it is. I took a lesson there, loved it. And then my family moved from Nobleton, Ontario to Calgary, Alberta.
Okay.
And my memory, even though it might not be totally accurate, my memory is that the very first winter we spent in Calgary,
Yeah.
my parents took us to a sports store. I think it was Sports Check, and
Yeah.
we got outfitted for skis.
Yeah.
And from that point on, it was out to Banff, and out
Yeah.
to Sunshine and skiing.
Nice.
So I don't know if I'd still be skiing if we hadn't moved from back east. But
Yeah.
anyway, so and as life happens, and you have a family, you get kids, and they get involved with sports.
Yeah.
They loved skiing.
Right.
And then one day we were out there and we saw ski team, and I was like, what's this about?
Right.
Got my kids involved with ski team.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, what happens when you get your children involved with stuff?
Yeah.
You end up getting involved
That's
with
right.
stuff. And
That's
I've
right.
just thoroughly enjoyed both the club level with my role in administering the club,
Yeah.
coaching. I absolutely love to coach the younger kids and see them develop.
Yeah.
And then you just get involved with the race scene. I mean, races require volunteers.
Right.
So you get going, you get some technical officials training, you get some coaches training.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're just into it. Full
Okay.
on.
Very cool.
I never raced.
Never raced.
I only
Oh,
ever
okay.
recreational skied.
Okay.
Yep. But you don't need to, as a parent, you don't need to be a racer to be involved.
Right. Of course not.
Yep.
Very cool. So what brought you to Fort McMurray then? If you're Toronto, Calgary, Fort McMurray, seems like the natural progression. But what brought you here originally, and how long have you been here now?
So we moved here in 1998.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Okay, you've been here for a long time.
Long time. So
Okay.
not related. It was not related to skiing at all.
Yeah.
Purely about work.
Okay.
So one of my courses of study, I did mine engineering at U of A.
Okay.
And then after that, got a job working with, through my co-op terms, I worked with Syncrude and Suncor,
Okay.
and then took a position with Suncor when I graduated,
Yeah.
1998,
Yeah.
and in a blink,
There you go.
I'm here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 3 kids, a full family later. My husband and I have had wonderful careers in the region.
Yeah.
And I just thoroughly enjoy getting involved with the community.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So what about Fort McMurray really like attracts you to stay here?
Well, I've lived in small communities and larger city centers. So like I lived in Calgary. We lived in Nobleton, which is a small community in Ontario. Prior to that, I moved around a little bit. We lived in small communities in northern Quebec and in St. John, New Brunswick. So,
Yeah.
really, it's obviously having employment is good, but there's just so much about the North that is appealing.
Yeah.
And there's so much in this community to get involved with.
Right.
I mean, you do get involved because of the kids in schools and sports teams and different sort of volunteer roles.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't take much to look and see what's going on in the community and then just be part of it.
Right.
And then just seeing this community flourish. So when I first started working here in 1998, I mean, there wasn't much west of, the Black Horse Pub.
That's right.
And not many things were open past 6 p.m. on any given night.
Yeah.
And then to be through a lot of the booms and busts of the community, which has some great parts and some not so great parts.
That's right.
But then this community has got so many things going for it. And again, it's all about involvement. I mean, we live next to the Birchwood Trails. So there's any number of activities and groups that are involved with that. Sporting, the activities here that are available to people to get involved with either volunteering or administering or participating, like it's endless and it's personal.
Yeah.
So when you do get involved with, any organization or even do one volunteer effort, you see the results of your efforts like immediately.
That's right. Very true.
Yeah. And so I think that's just very appealing. And you get used to living, 5 hours away from the next closest destination. And sometimes that's fine. And
Yeah,
for us-
exactly. It's
for
not
us,
a bad
that's been
thing.
fine. Yeah.
I like to drive down to Edmonton. I put on my audiobook or I jam out to some music in the car. It's a very different drive than it was back in the day. Now
Yes.
that it's twinned.
Yeah.
It's enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah. It's yeah.
But you start to affiliate with the North.
That's right.
Like the
Completely.
North, we are like the North
Yeah.
of the North. In
That's
a lot
right.
of clubs, not just skiing, but in a lot of clubs, like
That's right.
soccer and hockey, you name it.
Yeah.
Volleyball. I mean, there's so many groups here that, this is the most north of a lot of the areas.
Yeah.
Not 100% everything, but and there's an affiliation with being, part of the Wood Buffalo region,
Right.
which is more than just Fort McMurray. We've got fantastic communities all the way around us.
That's
and,
right.
And that's unique.
There you go.
That's fun.
All right. Well, we're at the part of the show called the Mac City Minute. Tanner's going to ask you some questions.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he's going to ask you, so I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Tanner, hit her with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty. Question number 1. If you could ski down one hill, what would that hill be?
Like in town here? or
Anywhere
here?
in the world.
Oh, that's under the Paradise Chair at Lake Louise.
Love it.
Oh yeah, I did that last spring and I loved it. It was a beautiful spring ski day.
There we go.
Question number 2. What is one thing that Vista Ridge has that you can't find at any other ski hill?
Amazing staff that run an amazing hill, and this is a shout out to everybody that runs that facility out there all year round. They are the friendliest group that I've ever met.
Question number 3. Why do you think the Ski Hills poutine is one of the highest rated poutines in town?
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
We've done an unofficial survey.
Then it must be cheese curds.
Yeah.
And I think I'll have to bring my son there because he's like, a poutine judger.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
The Fort McMurray Ski Hill has had the best poutine in town debatedly since I was a kid going there.
Yeah, myself as well. Hands down, best poutine in town. Not up for negotiation.
It's got to be the cheese curds or something in the gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Question number 4. What is your summer activity when you're waiting for the ski season?
Camping. Hiking, biking, camping, something like that.
Outdoors.
Outdoors. Oh, yeah.
And your final question, what is one thing that you've learned from the children you help ski?
Oh, goodness. Gratitude. we chat a lot about how much fun we have, and they like if you're not having such a great day, hang around with kids.
Yeah.
But I have a great time every time I'm on the hill with them. They're happy. They teach you about being just really grateful for the hill that we have, the opportunities that we have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is if you like children. If you don't like children, probably don't spend the day with them.
That's right.
Those have been your 5 questions.
Good
Oh,
questions.
that's not too bad, Tanner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're a big outdoors kind of person. This happened a few weeks ago now, but did you check out the Banff Mountain Film Festival at Keanu that just happened?
I didn't have the chance to. We've been before.
Mm-hmm.
I watch that and I go, oh,
Yeah.
I got that.
That's right.
But I've been to the Banff Film Festival quite a few times.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Banff, to the film festival, to actually go there.
Yeah, to experience the
Yeah.
whole thing.
But and then the other one that's been hosted here is Radical Reels,
That's right.
which is another
Spin-off, yeah.
super fun
Yeah.
showcase. Yeah.
Before COVID, the summer before COVID, I had the opportunity to actually not go for the Banff Mountain Film Festival while it was taking place, but I got to go to like the museum and where they actually host the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, it was something else.
I bet.
It was really cool to see. Yeah.
That would be pretty sweet.
So that's on my bucket list of things to do actually, is to actually experience the Banff Mountain Film Festival like during, I think it's a week or a month of it,
entirety.
like
Yeah.
while it's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up here, and I think they announced like it's a 20th year or something that the Banff Mountain Film Festival has been coming to Fort McMurray. Like, because we are so far removed.
Yep.
There's something about that film festival, and like obviously I don't do any of those extreme things that the athletes are doing, but you can kind of like relate and feel.
But you feel like you could.
Yeah.
Like for a real brief minute, you
That's
feel
right.
like if I could
Yeah.
just get a Patagonia backpack on,
That's
I'd be good.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So yeah, you just seem like somebody who would definitely be interested in the Banff Mountain Film Festival.
I
Yeah.
really enjoy that show. Didn't get to it this year, but
Yeah.
still.
Well, it came early this year because usually it's in like January, February when they come. So I think because of COVID and just trying to sneak something in when we could, I don't know what's going to happen, but they had it. It was great. It was great to see.
Did you
I went
see
for one of the evenings.
them?
I
Okay.
couldn't get a babysitter for the second night, so
Well, at least
I could
you
only
got
go to one.
at least you got one in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they're phenomenal
Yeah.
films. Yeah. So we're at the end of the show though. 20
See, I
minutes. It
told you
flies.
we could talk about
There
the
we
ski
go.
team for the whole time.
So before everybody leaves though, they get a shameless shout out or plug. So the camera's on you, the mic's on you. It's your-
Super.
Here we
So
go.
sign up for the ski team. Go to our website, fortmcmurrayskiteam.com. Lots of information there. You don't have to pay to register. That comes later, so sometimes it's a sticking point for folks, but at least look at the information, read about it, and if you need some more data or you want to chat with me about it, there's an email address, info@fortmcmurrayskiteam.com.
There we go. Sweet. Well, before I cut you loose, just so you know, please, I tell everybody this, come back to the show again. Anytime you want to just hang out and talk with me and Tanner, we're here. And if you want to continue to promote the ski club or you guys have any fundraisers or upcoming events that you want to highlight, that seat is always open for you.
Awesome.
Cool.
We will take you up on that offer.
Awesome. I like it. Okay. Well, for McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.